Hey guys, Cryptid1 here.
And Jesse.
Today we're diving into Animal Crossing 2026. What's rumored, what we want, and what Nintendo needs to do to make this game a success. On the Switch 2. And boy, it has been a crazy week regarding Animal Crossing, to be honest.
Yeah.
This video is just gonna be more of a podcast, so feel free to put us in an alt tab or listen to us on your car ride. In the background is just gonna be the Animal Crossing Direct that came all the way back in, I think, 2019. So, yeah, if you guys are unaware, this whole conversation kind of started with beat 'em ups leaks. So basically, popular YouTuber Beat 'em Ups that has almost 2 million subscribers said on his podcast that there is going to be a Nintendo Direct this month in July, with the one more thing, final big announcement being a Animal Crossing tease for 2026. What are your thoughts on this, Jesse? Because I got some.
Obviously, I'm excited. Like, it's another Animal Crossing game, but a part of me is like, I don't know if I believe him or not. Because he didn't really tell us from it was who. But that's probably the only reason why I don't believe him, but I'm still really excited for it, if it's true or not.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I feel like I find it very hard to believe because the leaker apparently knows so much. It knows like ReFantazio, it knows, or they know like a bunch of third-party games. And for a leaker to know that many games, plus the major one more thing from Nintendo, it just doesn't make that much sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Another thing is, like, do you really think if he is right, the leaker or whatever, or they are right?
Yeah.
Do you really think Nintendo would just go on and announce it, even with all these leaks?
Well, I don't think they've ever changed their mind before. I mean, it's hard to actually know, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think, like, even if the leaks were true, or it did actually get leaked out, I don't think Nintendo would be changing their mind for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be honest, going back to it, I really don't think... The only way I could think this guy knows is if he's, like, a video editor for Nintendo.
Right.
And the thing is, Beat 'em Ups has predicted a Direct before, but he has never said the games. So, like, a part of me is like, okay, there might be a Direct, but the other half of me is like, it's hard to believe that they know all of that information just to add on Animal Crossing at the end.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. Like, I believe there is a Direct next month, or actually this month.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the games are correct.
The thing is, as well, what the leaker said is that Isabelle will appear on screen and tease the next Direct, when I think every single Animal Crossing tease has always been Tom Nook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this is either like a mistake on the leaker's part, like, they messed up on whatever they're leaking, or it's showing that Isabelle has a greater presence, which it could be either or.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is kind of what sparked this conversation, what sparked me to research all about Animal Crossing 2026 and kind of dig a little deeper. There was a bunch more leaks that I discussed in another video. If you guys haven't checked that out, you guys totally should after this. But basically, there was a massive leak before about ED5's like development. And that's the people who make Splatoon and Animal Crossing. And the leak basically said there's two codenames, codename Owl and codename Spiral. And
obviously, Spiral is Splatoon.
Yeah, so then now we realize that Spiral is code for like Spiral Light, those Splatoon Raiders. So then that kind of makes credibility to codename Owl, which was leaked like almost 3 years ago. So this game would hypothetically be in development for like 5 to 6 years.
Jeez.
Which, if the release date is 2026, It would make sense, is what I'm saying. um. So yeah, do you think owl means anything when it comes to the code name?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is what's his name, Blathers.
Yeah, I was thinking like the museum.
But that's literally the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, I really
aside
can't.
from Brewster, but he's not an owl.
I was thinking like Brewster and Blathers. Yeah, exactly. Where it kind of comes to, I just don't know what it really means for gameplay. But then again, like Spiral and Spiral Light Islands doesn't really mean much if you think about it. But yeah.
Right.
Some other quote unquote leaked or rumored features that are coming out is okay, hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit. So there was like a brainstorming session that this person sat down in for Animal Crossing. I don't know if he was given permission to like tell what they were talking about, but apparently he was a part of an Animal Crossing brainstorming session back in like 2021, and he leaked what they were talking about. Some key things being city hubs, expanded multiplayer, a weather system, and then I think vehicles and cityscape. Yeah, I guess we could talk about, we'll just go down the list. So what about cities? What are your thoughts on this?
I haven't, well, at least I don't think I played any of the older ones aside from New Horizons. But I remember there was one in the DS one, right? City Folk.
So City Folk was the first one I played. It was the one on the Wii. And then I went back and played the others, the one on the GameCube. But yeah, I think the thing is with City Folk, it didn't really feel like an actual city, if that makes sense. There was just like a separate area you go to. You take the bus, you go to like a city that had 3 different shops, and then that was kind of it.
Right.
It didn't really feel city-like, if that makes sense.
I think I'd kind of want that. I'd like the island again from New Horizons, but I'd like another kind of, like a city in a way. You can like go up something, take you to like the shopping area or whatever.
The thing is, I really don't think they're going to have like an island life vibe. But the thing is, it still has to be cozy. And that's where I'm like, I don't think city can be cozy.
Cozy, right.
I don't know. That's just me though, so.
I agree with you.
Like,
cities, I don't really think cities are cozy, yeah.
Since this is in like a brainstorming session, I find it not hard to believe that the next place can be in like in the city. I just think like where else would it be? Like I don't really think they could go back into a town.
Or maybe your governor building a city.
Your governor is crazy. Okay, so this is like another topic that I wanted to get into. I feel like we might be like straying away from what makes Animal Crossing Animal Crossing.
What do you mean?
Because like in the original Animal Crossings, you were just kind of a part of a little small community. You know, of course you could influence small things, especially in like City Folk and before. There wasn't really a lot of controlling that you could do like you can do now. I think it started with New Leaf, where you could be like the mayor and you could start like public work project, but you still didn't have control of where everyone's houses were and everything. But then going into New Horizons, they just literally like you could terraform, and that is crazy. So I'm wondering, it is hard to say. They might backpedal on it, where they might restrict a little bit of creativity when it comes to the layout.
But not every Animal Crossing game was on an island, was it?
No. I mean, I guess technically, I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, they're just on its own little area. I don't think they were considered islands.
I just think New Horizon had more freedom because they were on an island.
Yeah, on an island, yeah. Honestly, like for it being in a city, I find it hard to believe that we would be a mayor of any kind. I think it would have to like kind of downgrade to like a representative. Would probably be like project manager or something like that.
Oh, I can actually see that, yeah.
Yeah, and then like I'm assuming Isabel's gonna be back, right?
I hope so.
So she could probably be like our project manager assistant, similar to how it was in New Leaf.
Right.
Speaking of the naming convention, I am gonna put like $1 million bet down right now. So of course we got New Leaf, then we got New Horizons. If this game is taking place in a city, I think it's gonna be New Heights.
Why do you think that? Like just
Well,
because it's in the city, or
yeah, Animal Crossing New Heights or something like that.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, in the brainstorming session, they also shared expanded multiplayer. That is something that they want to do. What do you think that might mean?
Well, honestly, what was the player count? How much people were allowed on an island in New Horizon?
That is a good question. I believe it was 8.
Okay.
I do
I
know there
honestly
was a limit.
hope the multiplayer means I want mini games back.
Oh, that was another thing. So in the leak, there was also, they said puzzles and mini games.
Yeah, I want that back. I hope that's what expanded multiplayer would mean.
I would love that too. A part of me is hoping, like, because I honestly think city's the only way they could go. So I'm like, that's where my thought process is right now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that like we have our own area where we could do whatever we want, and then when we go out into like maybe the shopping district or something, that is where it's like a MMO style almost, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say where you can meet like other people.
Yeah, but it's gonna be just in an open world. But then it's like that is not Animal Crossing.
It's not, no.
No, that's what I was like. It's hard to say like where or how are the villagers gonna even fit in.
Right.
Unless instead of running a village, you're running a skyscraper. Hold on. That just popped into my head. Imagine like you are the property manager for a skyscraper. And then you have all your villagers inside, inside your little area, inside your skyscraper.
Skyscraper is like a tall building, right? With
Yeah.
rooms, right?
Yeah. Because like it can have different rooms, and like each room doesn't have to be like a flat area. It could be like a massive garden or something.
That would actually be, if anything, I think, yeah, if it's a skyscraper and they're leaning more into the online, I feel, yeah, what you said, like you up to 8 villagers in your skyscraper, but it's kind of will go down on the bottom floor. It's kind of the hub for
like where if you like leave your kind of I don't want to, skyscraper is weird. I don't want to say hotel either, but if you leave your building, then you're in the online space, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just don't know if they're wanting. Of course, they're wanting to add more mini games. They could just add like a mini game island, like they do with everyone else.
Right.
Yeah, because like they had Tortimer's Island, but then in New Horizons they kind of just dropped the ball on mini games. I feel like.
Yeah.
So expanded multiplayer. I think we're both thinking the same thing. Where it might be a It just might be an MMO kind of style game.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Animal Crossing. I think that's a lot of people.
How would that make us feel, like the fans, though?
Yeah, the thing is, I actually I'm working on a video right now where it's like, could the next Animal Crossing game actually be a spin-off? So like it'll still keep all these elements, but it's going to be away from like mainline Animal Crossing.
Yeah, what if all these like new games will be spin-offs to main games?
I was just thinking, I mean, it makes sense because the developers for Splatoon, instead of making Splatoon 4, they made Splatoon Raiders.
Yeah, now it makes me wonder, maybe they are doing it to like because they know not everyone has a Switch 2 yet.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, that it kind of leads nicely into like the next rumored, and that is kind of being live service elements. And I'm gonna be I'm going to describe it first before we get into it, because I think a lot of viewers had questions when I was talking about it on my video. But live service is basically like, think of Fortnite, where it's a game that gets constant content updates. And I think like when it comes to live service, there's also some items that you could like miss out on. It's supposed to kind of get you wanting to play the game almost every day.
Right.
So with it being like an almost MMO style that we're thinking, it kind of fits nicely with being a live service.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts? What do you want it to be live service?
I think it's like 50-50 for me. I think it'll be different. I think it'll be cool, but it's not like, I don't think it'll be the same. And if they did have a sort of battle pass or something like that, I think it'll kind of be like, not like Nook points, but you get these points and then, I don't know, and you get to raise your tier or whatever.
Exactly. I think like Nook Miles inside Animal Crossing New Horizons would have kind of fit perfectly in a battle pass system.
Yeah, I honestly kind of want that now.
You want that? I think, bro, on my video, people are so divided on it. I think a lot of people don't want it. And
I think it just depends, honestly.
It's hard to say because the way Nintendo is doing the quote-unquote live service is different than a lot of live service games.
Right.
Yeah, because so back in like 2021, after Animal Crossing New Horizons came out and was like a massive success, I believe the president of Nintendo did an interview with like this Japanese publisher where they said that the success of New Horizons is changing the way they develop games.
I can see that.
They are saying that they want games to be have a longer lifespan.
Right.
So, what I take from that and what they are currently doing is doing content drops. Like, I think both of us agree that Mario Kart World isn't done yet, right?
Yeah.
So I think for them, prolonging the life is adding, updates in between its life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So it isn't just like they release a game and it's done.
Right.
I think the only downside for it being live service is the amount of content that's in it to begin with.
Why is that?
Well, because take New Horizons for example. It didn't even have Brewster's Cafe.
I am kind of upset. They like their final update added Brewster and the Traveling Islands or whatever.
Yeah,
I really hated that.
Update 2.0 was the last update. And the game just felt unfinished. So the way I want Animal Crossing live service to quote unquote work is like have a finished game first, like have like all the features we already know. Actually, not even all the features we already know. Just give us the features that were in New Horizons.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the New Horizons is still missing like staples in the game.
Yeah.
So just give us the features that are in New Horizons and then add on top of that. I think it'll be.
Yeah, I want everything. Yeah, like everything in New Horizons. I want that to be in this new game on release.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to say I'm pro live service, but it just like if this means I get to have more, like if I could play Animal Crossing more, then I would like it.
I don't know. It's 50-50 for me.
The thing is, I think Animal Crossing would be perfect for live service too, because like seasonal updates. They already did that with Bunny Day. They could make it like a new event every single month, and then boom, there is your whole first year's live service.
That'll be cool, actually.
Yeah, like they had Bunny Day, and of course it was a wreck on the first time. But
yeah,
like I could totally see them, and especially if it was like expanded multiplayer, I think that's so cool.
Yeah, imagine like with for example, like Bunny Day or like the Fishing Day or whatever it's called. Imagine there's like a live ranking thing, like a or something like that.
That's exactly what I said in my live service video, where I was like, imagine instead of going against the villagers, you're going against actual people. Like, of course, you're not going against the world, but you're going against like 24 randomly picked villagers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool, actually. And you can be rewarded like VIP points, and that goes to some separate catalog with, these items.
So actually, I'm glad you kind of mentioned that. We could kind of go into that. There has been rumors about there being another currency, and I personally haven't seen any concrete evidence that I would believe enough to put in a video. But I've seen a lot of people talk about how there's rumors of there being another currency.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's like Nook Miles, and that's the currency. Of course, there's going to be bells, and then
that's the first thing that comes to mind. Yeah, Nook Miles and bells.
I think there's going to be like just another version of Nook.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be like 3 different tasks you do each day, and then you could do those.
Right.
But then people are also saying, with expanded multiplayer and the idea of cities, what are you thinking about custom shops?
Like you make your own?
Like the idea is you make your own store.
I think that'll be cool, actually. Kind of like in New Horizons, where you can, you visit another villager's island or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be cool if you can actually pull in other real players who can shop in your store, and you can get some sort of maybe the new currency from that.
Yeah, and honestly, thinking about it, I think trading was such a big thing in New Horizons that the developers did not they did not oversee it.
Mm-hmm.
They understand that trading is a big part of Animal Crossing and that there needs to be a sort of currency for that.
Yeah, I can see if that's a thing, making your own shop and stuff like that. I can see their stuff being more region locked, I guess. Like in some regions there's only this furniture set, while for example like Japan can have like some Sakura set.
Oh, that would be cool, actually. Where it's like if you're in another, I guess, yeah, it's just if you're in another region you get certain things.
Mm-hmm. And the only way to get it is by visiting
another player. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And I think to me it makes so much sense, actually, because I've been thinking about it as we're talking about it, where you could create your own shop. I don't know if you have to be online for people to visit it, but maybe people could go to a marketplace square or something, and then your shop appears there.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. And I think it actually makes a lot of sense because Nookazon was very popular. So imagine that, but inside Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that recipes and tools are going to be back? The survival aspects of Animal Crossing Horizons?
I don't know. If we are in a town or a city, I don't think we'd have any. Maybe the recipes, but not the tools.
See, it's so hard to believe because the tools are Animal Crossing. Okay, here's my theory. I think there's going to be 3 different areas. There's going to be the MMO-style city area. There's going to be your building, which is the single player area. And then third, there's going to be a wildlife area. Or maybe you could go outside of the city and explore this outside area where you could collect materials and stuff like that.
I honestly hope that's actually cool, but I hope instead of just owning one, I don't know, tower or whatever, apartment complex or whatever, I hope you're a Parks and Recs creator, and to the point, yeah, you make your own city or whatever.
Ooh, a Parks and Rec would be interesting because you could maybe Isabelle is oh, we need to bring more life to the city, and you are helping design parks for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I think because I don't know if you've heard of Haunted Chocolatier, the concerned ape, the creator of Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Second game. So the gameplay loop of that is you run a chocolate shop or a sweet shop, and then you go out into the wilderness and collect materials, and you bring it back to make chocolate. I'm thinking like that could be a gameplay loop.
You think it'll be like that?
I think it could be like that's just a possibility.
Yeah, I think it's not. Yeah, I think it could be like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Some other stuff in the brainstorming session was vehicles. I don't
That
know.
you actually drive on, or they're just gonna be.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I don't think Animal Crossing and vehicles they don't really go well together. It depends on what the map actually, how big it's gonna be. That makes sense.
If it is big, I could see the fast travel be get in your car and then the loading screen happens, you'll be there.
You think? You think it's just gonna be a fast travel?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be something you'll actually like be able to freely drive. Maybe a bike I can see if you're like in some sort of plaza.
Think a bike makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know, a bike just feels like Animal Crossing. I think a car doesn't.
Like some sort of bike or like scooter I could see, but not there's not I don't see an actual car or boat or helicopter.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me think. So I think that kind of covers most of every single rumor. Is there any that you know of?
No, actually.
Oh, actually, we could talk about the release date.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do you think that it's actually going to come out in 2026?
Yeah, I don't think it will come out this year. I don't think it'll even have any room to come out this year. So I'd hope it comes out next year.
Okay, so there's a rumor going around that Splatoon Raiders is going to come out in September. That would leave room for it to December.
I don't.
You got so quiet. No, I really don't think it is going to come out in 2025, just because it's also Mario. So hypothetically, if Splatoon Raiders does come out in September, Mario is going to take the holiday slot because it's their 40th anniversary.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, or 35th or something like that.
Something around there. Yeah.
I definitely do think 2026. Are you thinking summer or holiday?
I kind of. Oh man, I honestly hope it'll be a holiday title, but I want it to come out sooner though.
I think the problem is Animal Crossing and Splatoon are summer games, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does take place in the city, I definitely do think it could be a winter game, like a holiday.
Yeah, New Horizons gave off summer vibes. I mean, you're literally on an island, but in the city, it gives me more, like chilly, I don't know, cooly vibes.
I think, like, just going back to the whole city discussion, I really can't imagine Animal Crossing without, like, the green grass.
I think that it'll, yeah.
But yeah, you're just like, yeah. Okay.
I don't know, huh?
I was just actually looking back at the leaks just to see if we missed anything. One more thing that we did miss was adventure missions.
What?
Do you think, like, again, that kind of goes into my theory of like there could be 3 areas: the MMO-style area, the wilderness area, single player.
Mm-hmm.
I think adventure missions, you could like talk to a villager and they'll be like, "Oh, I need to find something," and you have to go out into the wilderness.
That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I just had another thing pop up in my head. Like, this is probably like nowhere close to what the game will be like. But what if you're like constantly like traveling? Maybe you're like campsite. What if you're building your own campsite and you're constantly traveling over the world and you just build these campsites?
What? What do you mean by camp? Like, you're just, instead of having one area to live, you just kind of travel via campsites?
Yeah, kind of like a, what is it, the DLC in a way? Like, there's this villager that'll be like, "Oh, I want my house to be arcade," and you make the arcade house. What if the villagers would be like, "Oh, I want my campground to be, yada, yada, yada."
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I think like honestly, so going back to what I was thinking about the base game, I do want Happy Home Paradise or Happy Home Designer to be in the base game.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
think that
but
was good.
I definitely think I see what you're saying. I could definitely see them making it where you control the inside of your villager's house. Is that what you're
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, so I think that is basically all the big rumors and everything regarding all of it. Just a reminder, when it comes to all of the brainstorming and all the leaks, of course, take these all with a grain of salt. And then Nintendo frequently prototypes many ideas, so all the stuff that we just discussed could just be scrapped.
yeah.
Yep. And this game has been in development for apparently 5 years, so they probably have decided on something way before this brainstorming session.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess let's kind of go into our wishes for Animal Crossing. So these are like the stuff that hasn't really been leaked, but that we want to see improved. I think, I mean, Animal Crossing New Horizons had a lot of, what do I want to call it? Not, I guess, bad things.
Yeah.
There's some things that it could have been worked on.
Right.
So, I guess, do you want to start? Or do you want me to?
I'll start us off.
Okay.
I was kind of read like a book.
What?
My first option or thing I wanted was Brewster, like to be there on release. Like I want him there right now.
You're not wrong. Okay, I guess a follow-up question to that is, do you want Brewster to be like, what do you want out of it? Do you want it to just be like how it is right now?
Like a coffee guy. Well, I like Brewster, but all you do there is drink coffee, right? Like,
Yeah, and I feel like it could be more. I don't know how.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it could be more.
I think I want more. Like I want him to be there, still coffee shop and everything, but maybe something more out of it.
I think actually like the coffee shop element could be quite interesting as like a lobby.
That'd actually be cool. Yeah.
Like let's just say you're loading into like a city area with like 5 other people at the same time. So while everything loads, while everyone's connecting, you're inside Brewster's Cafe.
Oh, kind of like the pregame lobby, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah, basically like a pregame lobby. If there's like city mini games or something like that, that could be the lobby.
I was just gonna say, yeah, maybe if you're going to a mini game or something, yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Okay, yeah, that's a good first one actually. I think for me, my kind of biggest. Okay, it's not my biggest. We'll start with the one on the bottom of my list. Better villager AI. I think right now everyone kind of seems a little too cheery. I don't, because you haven't really played any of the previous Animal Crossings, but they would actually be mad. They would get snippy. They would be like drama queens.
Oh, well,
And now I feel like they're all so nice. You smack them with a net, and they're just like, it's okay.
yeah. Honestly, I could see that. Yeah, maybe more emotions or something like that. Yeah.
And I think like everyone is saying that we just played this game for way too much, and that's why it feels so samey. And they could be right, but I do feel like if I talk to a villager like 3 times in a row, it's the same dialogue over and over again. I don't know. It just doesn't feel.
Yeah.
I want them to be like, what? Stop talking to me, dude.
They're literally like that. Yeah. Like they're annoyed.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on Village AR. I think, of course, with like a bigger area, if we are getting a bigger area, the pathfinding will be different. More activities. I think we do see villagers do quite a bit of stuff. They go like, hunting for bugs, fishing for fish. But yeah, I don't know. Something just feels empty.
Yeah, maybe they can be like hangry, and when you talk to them, they'll be like, "Oh, give me food right now." Or maybe
don't talk to me, okay. Bro. They just become Gen Z. Okay, so what's your second wish?
My second one is mini games. I really want mini games. Don't get me. I liked online and New Horizons, but what were you supposed to do? Like make up your own mini game? Like, yeah, no.
I
I
think
want mini games, bro.
Yeah, they kind of gave us the tools in New Horizons to try and make our own mini games. I know there was the timer item. I think that was it. Is there any mini games you have in mind?
I honestly hope, just in general, of Animal Crossing having, like, maybe you can do dodgeball or like some sort of like sport, I guess.
Ooh, okay. Do you think that would keep its like top-down perspective, or would you go like not a first person?
No, I hope it'll be top down still.
Yeah.
Or maybe like hide and seek, an actual hide and seek type thing.
Yeah. I definitely think that they could have like, I'm not gonna say, yeah, like a mini game per week. Like imagine like the mini game of the week is like fishing tourney, and you get like 10 minutes to try and catch the biggest fish.
Yeah, that'll be cool, like a weekly event. Yeah,
like a weekly event, and like it doesn't have to be fishing tourney, but that was just an idea. But something like that, where like someone's in town, because I like Animal Crossing loves to have its regional events, I guess, or not regional, like daily villagers kind of show up, then they run the game for that day.
Maybe it's like that'll be cool. I just if it's like a big game, maybe they can do kind of what MMOs do, where like every set minute would be an event, like first to kill this many ogres, or whatever, stuff like that.
I was like, kill an Animal Crossing, hold on. No, I could definitely see that. Where it's like, because I'm picturing right now, I used to play Final Fantasy 14, the MMO, and they had like this massive area that literally was just mini games and events. Like every like 5 minutes, it was like, oh, this new event is starting. Come over here to join in. And then like 5 minutes later, oh, this new event is starting, and it's just because you're in that area.
Right. I think they should have something like that, like some sort of playground or something,
Yeah, I'm picturing like I'm picturing like a carnival tent. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That'll be cool. Like, or actually, if they make, I don't remember all the NPCs by heart, but there was like that fox who would scam you with
Red. Yeah.
Red. Like, do you think they'd make a whole separate new, NPC like that who would come, monthly to set up a carnival or something, or fair for these events?
I think I could definitely see that, because like I'm hoping it's a little bit more like Stardew Valley, because I feel like Stardew Valley you could play without it feeling like it's a day-to-day thing.
Right.
I get like that's the whole reason for Animal Crossing is like a day-to-day thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, actually, this is actually my next wish, by the way. Less chore-like.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, playing Animal Crossing did feel like a chore. To Stardew Valley felt like you actually could play the game,
Yeah. And this kind of goes into a little bit of an off-topic question, but do you think Nintendo is going to stop time travel?
That's when you like change the date, right?
Yeah, so like you would change the date for the game to think that it is that time.
Was that in?
It wasn't new.
No, was it in every game, or was it just in?
So it's
Horizon?
Like it's a hardware thing. The only way they could stop it is if they have you connect to the internet.
I honestly hope so, because in New Horizons,
yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I hope they take it away.
It's hard to believe, because like for me, I think time traveling gets rid of the chore-like element.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I miss a day, I just spiraled down. Because I played New Horizons for like 2 months straight, and I missed one day, and that was it. I don't think I picked it up until like 3 years later.
Like it set you back so much?
Well, it didn't even set me back, but it just feels so bad mentally. Like I know I'm not alone in this, but like the minute I missed a day, I'm like, well, I think that's it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and it's like, if I was able, I don't know how they would change it, but I feel like if they made it less chore-like.
Yeah. Well, if you're saying that, then I wish if it's still like chore-like, I wish how villagers would like not get upset with you, but they're like, oh, I haven't seen you on for like 11 months or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I wish this game would be more like you can pick it up at any time. It does not matter about how long it's been, and you can be in the safe spot. Like no weeds growing, or like it just puts you back where you left off.
It's so hard to say that because it is Animal Crossing, but I believe like that is what's gonna solve the chore-like thing about it. Like if I missed a day, I think, yeah, I hope it would be something like it'll be okay. I just don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say that when I know it's like a core element of Animal Crossing. I think so like going back to the whole time travel thing, I think Nintendo is going to figure out a way to stop time traveling.
I think there should at least be a limit. Like maybe they know and they'll be like, oh, only like, unless they actually include a feature in the game saying, oh, you can time travel there. But maybe the limit is like 3 times, or else you ruin the feature or something like that.
I mean that'd be interesting. I think because like this definitely honestly, like I'm surprised everyone's hating the idea of it being a live service game because there's so many live service elements. The whole idea of you having to wait real world time for it to to finish like whatever projects you're doing, like that is legitimately a live service tactic. Yeah. And I think it's hard because like at first I was like a stan against non time travel. Because I think, yeah, it does ruin the experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think it affects the player base so much, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because
I think majority of the player base does or do time travel.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, like all the people that speedrun islands or like, set up their beautiful islands, I am pretty sure they time traveled or they at least traded with someone that time traveled.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when I was making my island, I time traveled so much.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, if I time traveled, when playing, I think I probably would have played for a lot longer, more than 2 months.
Right.
Yeah, because I remember, like, when I was streaming it, and I'd have viewers that would time travel, and I'd be like, no, don't give me things, and it's just like, I don't know. It's something about it just seems like I want to play my own way. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so that was my second thing, was being less chore-like. What is your final wish?
My third thing, at the bottom of the list for a reason, it was actually city. Like, I do want some sort of, like city-like, I guess. Some maybe like another, you go, take a train, go up some stairs, and you'll be in some plaza or like a mall or something like that.
Yeah. Are you kind of hoping for more, I guess, more things to do, more buildings? Because I think for me, when I hear city, I think like arcade, museum, mall.
I think we have different like definitions. I mean, or town, I guess. At least some sort of karaoke, and then you can go buy furniture in this area. Some sort of stuff like that.
I really. I mean, yeah, city. I think it's just the next logical step. Unless they do like suburbs, but I don't think they would do suburbs.
That would be cool though.
Like imagine you're making your own cul-de-sacs and everything.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that'll make sense with vehicles then, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think honestly, I think suburbs fits the Animal Crossing like identity a little bit more than cities, and I think they already dipped their toes in with city folk. They could go all in with New Heights or whatever they want to call this thing.
Yeah.
Well, my last prediction or my last wish was kind of cities as well, but I'm going to change it. I just want better online.
I really do want that too, yeah.
Yeah. Like, not even just better online, just I don't want to wait a whole minute for someone to join on my island, just to wait a whole nother minute when they leave.
Yeah.
I think if there was like a way for them to easily join in and out without having to wait that amount of time, it would be good.
Because even when you're in your menu, is like, oh, someone's trying to join, you need to exit the menu.
Exactly. Like, I hope and I pray that there's a better way.
It's not like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I just thought about another topic and I completely forgot about it.
What?
Okay. I can't remember at the moment anymore. But yeah. So yeah, I think better online would be good. I can't. Is there any other wishes that you just want to throw out there?
Um, no. I think you said most of them too. Chore like better online. Not
Mhm.
that nothing else I can think of.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be making a video pretty soon about like everyone else's wishes, and what they want. So I guess stay tuned for that video. But I think that's it. On a scale of like 1 to 10, how much are you believing these rumors? And then also on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you hyped for Animal Crossing?
I'm very hyped. I think it's another 10 out of 10 game. Like
Yeah.
10 out of 10 excited. These rumors, I really don't know.
Again, like with the whole beat 'em ups thing, it's yeah. Yeah. It's
Like
so
I believe the
hard.
direct, but I don't know
I
about
don't know.
Animal Crossing.
I have a video coming out on like every reason why we're not getting a direct this month, and there's just so many. Mm.
We're already getting Donkey Kong 2, like
Yeah, that comes out in like a week. Like what
yeah.
the? Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I think I'm about the same. I am very hyped for Animal Crossing. I think when New Horizons came out, my channel popped off. Like, I just love Animal Crossing. It was one of the first games I got on the Wii. So, but yeah, I think yeah, that's really about it. Let us know in the comment section down below what you want for Animal Crossing New Heights or Animal Crossing 2026. I'm gonna keep saying
Literally.
that name until it sticks.
That honestly is a good name though. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to like the video if you liked it, so we could keep doing more of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I am Crafty Step One,
And I'm Jesse.
and we will see you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.